Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Keisha Lewis for those of you that don't know me, and many of you might know, but I'm an occupational therapist and a certified diabetes care and education specialist. If it's your first time here, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If you've been here before, please share with someone that you know that might benefit. Remember, I always say sharing is caring. April is Occupational Therapy Month, a time when we acknowledge the contributions of occupational therapists in helping their clients lead fulfilling lives. I am excited to take this opportunity to continue sharing how my skills as an occupational therapist specifically help my clients manage their diabetes more effectively. The 2025 theme for occupational therapy is Inspiring Hope, Changing Lives. And I like to think that this is what I'm doing every day. It really is my passion. Today, we're going to discuss how occupational therapy can transform diabetes management. If you've had the experience of working with an occupational therapist, share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear the impact that an OT made in your life. So, what is occupational therapy? I talked about it a little bit in last week's episode, but let's discuss what it really is. Occupational therapists, there's a lot of misconceptions surrounding it. The occupational therapists focus on helping people participate in things they want and need to do in their daily lives. We call these things occupations, and they aren't just work-related activities, but they also encompass self-care routines like bathing, dressing, leisure activities, as well as managing health conditions like diabetes. For people with diabetes, occupational therapists like myself can assess how diabetes affects your daily routines and your activities. And we can also work on developing practical strategies that make diabetes management a natural part of your life. We're experts in breaking down complex tasks, adapting environments, and modifying activities to overcome barriers. Now I'd like to talk about some OT approaches for diabetes management. In the last episode, I highlighted how my role as an occupational therapist and certified diabetes care and education specialist made me uniquely qualified. And in this episode, I want to continue to share some additional ways that I use my occupational therapy skills to help my clients with diabetes. We'll first look at activity analysis and adaptation. I have the ability to analyze the activities that are challenging for my clients and find ways to adapt them. For example, you may remember from one of the last episodes, I gave an example about a client who had neuropathy. If neuropathy, which is that decreased sensation that might experience in your hands and your fingers, make it difficult for blood glucose management, I might recommend adaptive equipment or techniques to make this modification a little bit easier to check your blood sugars. Then there's energy conservation and fatigue management. For individuals experiencing fatigue related to diabetes, I work with them to teach them strategies to prioritize activities, organize the environment, and then pace themselves throughout the day. This might look like breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps, or learning proper body mechanics to reduce strain, and prioritizing tasks and scheduling rest breaks in between these tasks. It could also be helping to identify tools and equipment that can simplify tasks and reduce using too much energy at once. These strategies can be developed by occupational therapists and empower individuals with diabetes to really feel like they maintain their quality of life, and they're also participating fully in their daily routines, which is really a core goal of occupational therapy. Then there's habit formation and routine development. One of my specialties is helping clients establish sustainable diabetes management routines that align with their unique lifestyles. We examine when and where a medication should be taken, how to incorporate regular physical activity, and how to structure meals in a way that suits our clients' lifestyles. Then there's fine motor and visual perceptual training. If complications related to diabetes have affected your ability to use your hands or impact your vision, I can work with you to provide exercises and adaptive strategies to help you monitor your blood sugar levels or safely manage insulin administration or other diabetes management tasks. And lastly, we'll take a look at home and workplace modifications. As an occupational therapist, I help my clients organize their environment in their home to support diabetes management, like creating medication stations or strategies for organizing their kitchen or using adaptive tools if needed, and ensuring that they have energy and skills to prepare healthy meals safely. And then, depending on work environment, we can develop strategies that promote activity and movement throughout your day. To help support physical activity, we can even discuss techniques to help you monitor your blood glucose levels throughout the day. I always like to share a client success story because I want you to know that it's possible, and some of these stories might be able to help you. So here we go. I have a client. I'm going to call her Brenda. Brenda was struggling to incorporate blood sugar monitoring and insulin administration into her busy workday as a teacher. She was often not testing her blood glucose levels and skipping her insulin. When I met Brenda, her A1C was 10%. Together, we analyzed her daily schedule and found that a continuous glucose monitor would be the most effective option to help her manage her blood sugars. We also created a discrete medication and hypoglycemic kit tailored to her needs, which fit in the desk drawer, and we established reminders that wouldn't disrupt her teaching. We also added in some creative ways for her to get more activity in her day. And within 3 months, Brenda's blood sugar control improved dramatically. Her A1C was reduced to 8%, and she told me that she finally felt in control of her diabetes, rather than her diabetes controlling her. This Occupational Therapy Month, I want to encourage anyone living with diabetes to consider how occupational therapy might help you live a healthier and more independent life. As occupational therapists, we bring a unique perspective focused on helping you solve problems and develop techniques that work in your real life. To learn more about my diabetes management services, please visit my website at liveweldom.com. At Weldom, we offer virtual consultations nationwide where we can discuss your specific challenges and goals. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have any topics that you'd like me to discuss related to diabetes, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content on living well with diabetes. In 2 weeks, I'll be back with more tips for managing diabetes. Thanks for watching, and remember, with diabetes management, it doesn't have to disrupt your life. It can become a seamless part of your life. So I'm wishing you all a healthy and fulfilling week. And remember, like I always say, you've got this.